Hi, I'm Jose Sanchez with MyFieldTrainer.com, your first stop for agent training and resources. So we're going to continue with our series on how to become a profitable insurance agent, and we're going to go over goal setting. So to give you a recap on how to become a profitable insurance agent, first you need a monthly budget. Second, you need to have your goals, your yearly goals, and break them down into daily goals. And third, you need some sort of tracking system, a weekly activity report to keep track of all your sales and all of your appointments. So a lot of people think, well, goal setting, I know how to do that. All I have to do is take whatever I want to make per year and divide that by 12 months and then divide that by 4 weeks and boom, I'm done. I did my goal setting for the year. And if goal setting was that easy, everyone would be doing it. But you and I both realize that it's a little bit more complicated than that. So what we've done is we've created a sheet for you to help you through your goal setting process. And we call it our daily marching orders. So when you get a chance, go ahead and download the link and save this to your desktop, and we will go over this form in detail. Alright, so once you open this up, I have to tell you this form is pretty slick. It does everything for you, and it makes your yearly goal setting a lot easier. So when you look at the form at the top, there's a spot for yearly income goal. So let's say you want to make $100,000. You have to say how many months are left in the year. Now this is a live interactive form for you guys. So if there's 12 months left in the year, it will break that $100,000 out and it'll tell you how much you need to make per month. If I change this and I say, well, there's really only 7 months left in the year, bam, it changes everything accordingly. So I'm going to change this back to 12. This form will also say, well, how many appointments do I need to make in order to make a sale? Now that's going to be key when we get into your weekly activity reports, because if you can narrow down, if you can find out how many appointments it takes you to set in order to make one sale, financially you are free from that point out. Because once you know it takes 5 appointments to make a sale, and if your commission off of that sale is $500, well then if I set 10 appointments, I'm going to make $1,000. If I set 15 appointments, I'm going to make $1,500, and so on and so on. Over to the right, we have presentations. Out of the presentations that I do, how many presentations does it take in order to make one sale? And that's also going to be key for you. And we're going to go through more of that in your weekly activity reports in the war video. So make sure you keep an eye out for that one. Down at the bottom, you have a spot where you can write in the actual commissions you make on the different products. Now, with life insurance, depending on the carrier and depending on who you have your contract with, you may have different commission rates for multiple carriers. So you can either take an average of all those commissions and put them in here, or if you want to play it safe, put the lowest commission that you make. So we'll say with life insurance, the lowest commission you make is 70%. Same thing with Medicare supplements. We'll say you make 18% commission. Medicare Advantage, we'll say you make $402. Ancillary is all of the other types of insurance that you could sell. Dental, hearing, and vision. Cancer detection, just straight cancer programs, heart attack and stroke programs, any of the other ancillaries. Those, let's say you just make 15% commission. So since we said there's 12 months in the year, down at the bottom, everything is broken out by month. So we're going to go to January. And if you look at January, your monthly income goal is, I need to make $8,333 this month in order to hit my yearly income goal of $100,000. Now, this sheet's broken down in a couple of parts here. If you look at the bottom here, it says that commissions needed per day. You need to make $416 per day to hit your yearly goal. Now let me back up here. We're going to go to the far left here, and there's 2 columns, days worked and days left. Days worked is out of the entire month, when I subtract weekends or birthday parties or anniversaries, this is actually how many days I am actually going to work this month. And for this example, I just said we're going to work 20 days this month. Out of the 20 days, I also have to let the computer know, well, how many days are left for me to work. We need both of those figures in order for all the math to work out correctly. So in this scenario, we're saying that if I have 20 days that I'm working, I need to make $416 per day. If I'm only going to write life insurance, it's pretty simple. Every day that I work, I need to sell a life insurance policy that's $49.60, $50 a month. If I do that every single day that I'm working, I will hit my monthly sales goal. If I choose to do this only in Medicare supplements, I need to sell about $192.90 in Medicare supplements. Or if I'm doing it in Medicare Advantage, I need to write one of those puppies in order to make my monthly sales goals. Ancillary products, I need to sell about $231 of that. Now when we look at the top of the form here, there's a day for each day of the week. We can say, well, A stands for appointments, P is for presentations, and the dollar amount is sales. So let's say for the 1st of January, you set 6 appointments, you did 3 presentations, and you made 1 sale. And then you can enter in, well, what did I sell? Well, let's say I sold a life insurance policy for $300 a year. Bam! The form will actually in real time calculate all that out. So let's go down here to the bottom. It's saying that, well, I needed to make a commission of $416 that day in order to hit my monthly income requirements. So far, my commission is only $210. So what's needed is I need to sell, if I'm only doing life insurance, I need to sell $48.40 in life. Now, if you can look, when we started it, I needed a $49 deal, but now since I've actually made a sale, it's reduced down. This takes into account live what you're doing per day. And the same thing with Medicare supplements or Medicare Advantage. It will also say, well, if I only sell at the rate that I'm selling at, this is the pace of my income. At the end of the month, I'm only going to make $4,200. Our average appointments, it's saying, I need to set 6 appointments in order to make a sale. I also need to do 3 presentations in order to make a sale. So no matter how you fill this out, let's say January 4th, we did 12 appointments and we did 6 presentations and we made 2 sales. And on this day, I sold a Medicare supplement for $200. Everything changes in live time. So now my actual income is $246, and everything has changed as far as how much each sale has to be per month. And the actual closing ratios have changed. If I change this where I only did 1 sale, boom, I need 9 appointments in order to make 1 sale. Or I need to present 4.5 presentations in order to make 1 sale. If we go back to the first page, this will give an actual live calculation of how you're doing for the month. And if you see, the actual appointments needed to make changes and the presentations change. So as you fill this out, all of this information will go live to give you a better understanding of what you need to do on a daily basis. That's why we call it our daily marching orders, in order to keep track to make sure that you're making the income that's required. So this works hand in hand with those 3 key things. Remember, you need a monthly sales goal, you need a monthly budget, you have your daily marching orders, and the third thing is you need your weekly activity report. So we hope this helps you guys out a lot. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot us an email, and keep an eye out for the next webinar or the next video in this series of how to become a more profitable insurance agent.